We'll dive right into this. We got a lot to cover. And since we ain't got no more copyright strikes here on Anime Central, you know what I'm saying? Since we ain't got no shackles like Ace did, son. Since we ain't got none of that shit, we can let loose all on one ferocious fucking video. Let's go. Okay. Now we get to Impel down, alright. We get there, and this place, the only way you can get in this bitch is by being on a fucking battleship, son. They open up the doors, we need to be brought in, you know what I'm saying? You got Boa in there, she's like, Luffy, we arrived. We here, Luffy, we here, go in, son. Man, there is battleships, like a fleet of them just surrounding this fucking prison. And I didn't know that this was an underwater prison. So this shit has fucking 6 levels. 6 levels, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And something yet to be undisclosed. So, we're gonna go into this. So they get in there, right? And they decide to go ahead and do the same thing and sneak Luffy in there by going ahead and encasing Luffy, pretty much hiding underneath Boa's fucking drape, her goddamn big ass cape and everything that she's got on. So they walk in there and everything, and then they're like, look, it doesn't matter who you are, we gotta make sure that we search you and everything thoroughly, and let you know that every motherfucker in this bitch was going crazy over Miss Hancock. You know what I'm saying? Just going crazy over her. Even the goddamn fucking warden and shit. So they get in there and everything. They got like a snail fucking monitor watching her and everything. They got the lady in there just, you know what I'm saying, just like flat out, just watching her, just ready. Like, look, take off your shit, because that's the easiest way somebody can go ahead and hide it. You can infiltrate something in here. I ain't worried about nothing, because, you know, we don't expect nothing from you. So, boom. She stole them motherfuckers instantly like that, yo. And she like, Luffy, you can come out. Luffy comes out and everything. And he's like, thank you. Like, there's I couldn't imagine trying to get in here without your help and all this stuff. And then she's just like, oh my god, like she's blushing, you know what I'm saying? She's already starting to get wet and everything, you know what I'm saying? She's just like, damn, like I wish I could have did more for you, Luffy. And then she holds her hand and just like, you've done everything you possibly do. I owe you, I'll pay you. And then she's just like, oh my god, yo, I'm telling you, Luffy could have been smashing in the prison right then. But anyways, let's get back to this. Luffy goes ahead, he hides himself and everything. She goes ahead and takes the petrification off of the guard and off of the monitor and everything. And then she comes out and all that stuff, and everything seems normal. So they start moving towards the elevator and everything, going down to see Ace, because Bo is like, okay, I want to go and see the person that is supposed to be starting this war that I'm about to be a part of, pretty much. So she goes down and to see Ace. That's kind of her cover and everything, her reasoning behind it. So before they're about to go down, right? That man Luffy is just up there in the goddamn fucking, I don't know what the fuck. He's just up on the ceiling, okay? He's up on the ceiling, on the goddamn boards in the ceiling. He sees her. She's like, Luffy? Then he's like, thanks a lot. And then she's trying to read his lips. Then she's like, thanks, love? Like, he said thanks, love? And then this chick instantly draws wet. Like, she fucking faints, yo. Luffy got that power to make it go in. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? My phone ringing right now, but I don't care. Silence. Because we going in right now. We going in. So obviously they're split up, right? Boa's going down the elevator with like the warden, the assistant warden, and everything. Actually going down with the assistant warden for the time being. She's actually going to go meet the actual warden and everything. And Luffy's trying to make his way down to go save his brother Ace. You know what I'm saying? So what happens here is that as they're going down the elevator, Boa and everybody, they're They're like, you hear all this like yelling and screaming of people getting whipped and all this shit. And they're like, those yells are so soothing. I was like, what the fuck? I hear people like crying like for their lives and shit. Wow, that's so soothing and shit. And I was like, God damn, like these motherfuckers is crazy up in this bitch, yo. Simple down, go hard. Plain and simple, hard. But anyways, Luffy starts making his way down to the first level and everything. So he gets to the first level, which is the Crimson Hell. And as he's there and everything, he's trying to move all discreet and everything in a way, but he actually runs into Buggy the Clown, yo. He actually ends up getting out and everything, and then Buggy is actually getting chased by these fucking the Blugori squad and shit. These motherfuckers are crazy. They got axes and everything, and Buggy's like running away from him, and then he runs into Luffy, and then they're like, oh shit, he's like, oh shit, it's fucking Luffy. They start hauling ass and everything, like, we can't run forever. They turn around, put in work. It's what they do, son. It's what they do. But, and then after they get done with that, Luffy's like, okay, look, I'm trying to get to my brother Ace. I'm trying to get up out of here and everything. And, if you can help me try to get to there, we're gonna make this happen. But Buggy actually, at first he's like, man, I ain't going down there. I'm trying to escape. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But then Buggy realizes something that's around Luffy's arm, like an armband and such. And it was something that was Nami's and everything. And it turns out that it's something that Buggy was really looking for the specific treasure that he was looking for. And he was like, okay, look, Straw Hat, I'll help you get to your brother if you promise to give me that. So it's like, okay, we'll do that. So they start making their way and everything, and then Luffy like goes ahead and just says, here, you can take it now. You promised you're gonna take me, so you know what I'm saying? What the fuck ever. And Buggy's like, what the fuck? Like, I can just take this and peace out, But the whole time after Luffy gave him that, Buggy the entire time is just like trying to sidestep and everything and try to get away from Luffy, So they go through a whole bunch of turmoil and everything, and eventually they get to exactly why it's called the Crimson Hell. Alright? And basically what it is that it's a whole big ass fucking area filled with just like these razor sharp like grass. Like the grass is fucking razor sharp as a bitch. Like the ground will cut the fuck out of you. The trees cut the fuck out of you. They got the implants just destroy your ass, son. Paper cuts up the ass, like beyond paper cuts actually. And I was like, God damn, yo, all this bloodshed and everything over this. I was like, damn, yo. And then so Buggy was like, all right, look, throw my feet on the ground and everything. So they pretty much get out of there through that by using Buggy's powers and everything to go ahead and use that as a scapegoat to go ahead and get out of that and move towards level 2, son. When they get to level 2, they run into these fucking beasts, yo. They're like, first they run it off, they run into like this fast ass hippo, just just like fast as shit, trying to take them out. Like, god damn, yo. And turns out all these fucking hell beasts like holding it down and everything, but they got like little minions and shit. They run into that motherfucker, then they run into like these little fucking lions with fucking man faces and shit, just like manhandling shit. I'm like, god damn. Then they run into this goddamn praying mantis. Yo, I ain't never trying to see no praying mantis that big, son. Chopping the fuck out of you, yo. I ain't never trying to see that shit. Yo, they were getting chased by a fucking praying mantis, yo. Fuck that shit. Them motherfuckers aliens, yo. I don't give a fuck. Yo, crazy shit. And meanwhile, while this is all happening, they're causing the ruckus and everything. And Boa, before she left with Luffy, she was like, please don't get caught. Please try to be discreet and everything. And Luffy was trying to do that, but he got caught up in everything and the whole deal. And then it turns out that Boa reached the warden by then, and they were about to continue to go see Ace. But then they found out that it was that it was Straw Hat. It was your man Luffy, yo. And then Boa put on the work song, just like, yeah. You know what I'm saying, softened the warden up, got him to go ahead and dismiss the whole thing and everything, cause she bad as and everything. So they go ahead. Warren's like, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So he goes ahead with Boa down the elevator to go ahead, you know, with Ace and everything. And then Luffy and them are still trying to go ahead and do their thing, and they go ahead and they meet up with the bitch made Mr. 3. And as y'all know before from my previous impressions and everything, I didn't care for Mr. 3 that much, you know what I'm saying? He a bitch to me. It is what it is. But anyways, they go ahead and meet up with Mr. 3 and everything, and him and Buggy come up with this pact to kind of work together and everything, trying to escape. But they're trying to go ahead and throw off Luffy, thinking that they're gonna go ahead and help him and everything. So what happens is that they're trying to go ahead and get off of level 2 and shit, and all the prisoners are trying to yell like, let me out, try to let me out and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to get skull fucked by goddamn big ass goddamn beast that's holding it down. They run into this goddamn big ass Sphinx. They call it the Sphinx, yo. This shit is a monster. It is holding it down. It's got a man face, yo. It is sitting there stomping on everything. And then they're like, damn, like, how are we gonna get away from this shit? How are we gonna beat this shit? Man, this thing is so massive. It fucking crumbles the goddamn floor beneath them. And then they go falling into level 3. Like, this shit is a monster like that. Massive. Holy shit. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, Jinbei, which is a warlord, he's actually in the cell with Ace, alright? He's in the cell with this motherfucker, strapped up and everything, like, right? And then he's like, look, I wanted to try to prevent the war and everything, because Whitebeard, I gotta get into this. I gotta get into this real quick, though. Because Whitebeard done saved Fishman Island, where he's from, and all this shit. Like, how do you have so much power, yo? Where you could just stand there on the goddamn continent, on the island, and just be like, this is mine now. I rule this shit. And then instantly, all the fighting stops. How do you claim something and then instantly there is no revolt? You are a fucking monster if you can do that. I can't wait to see this dude in action, yo. Like, seriously, like, monster. Like, if you could do that shit, plain and simple, you shouldn't be fucked with. Period. You need, like, the entire world to fuck with you if you could do that shit. Holding it down, easy, is what it is. And then while Jinbei and Ace are talking, they got the nerve, they got the audacity, yo, to show my boy Killer Croc. They ain't show him like talking about, but I knew it was Killer Croc, yo. I knew it was my boy Crocodile, yo. Crocodile, that's that motherfucker to me, yo. I'm sorry, yo. Like, he hold a special place in my One Piece heart, yo. He does, without a doubt, yo. Because that alabaster art right there showed me the promising factors that One Piece was gonna held, yo. It showed it to me, and that man Croc is a beast, yo. Killer Croc! I was like, oh shit, they hold Killer Croc. I was like, wah! I was like, yo, let's go! You know what I'm saying? But anyways, everybody in the prison, including Buggy and goddamn Mr. 3 motherfucker, find out what Luffy's trying to do. So they're like, okay, we gotta hold down Ace. We got, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure this motherfucker don't get there. And then, these motherfuckers had the nerve to show that epic ass punch once again from the Celestial Dragon, yo. They showed that shit. They showed it, yo. They had the nerve to show it like a flashback, just that shit right there, yo. Yo. They had the nerve to show that shit. I was like, man, please try not to get me too hype right now, because this shit is too much. It's too much. But anyways, I digress. Let's go. So now, fucking Luffy, Buggy, and Mr. 3 are in the starvation hell. You know, the fucking Sphinx is knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Then they start running around like it looks like this big ass desert and shit. It's hot as fuck because level 4 beneath them is like this boiling liquid hot magma. You know what I'm saying? Just scorching, and all the flames fucking rising and shit, making level 3 hot as a bitch. So they looking around and everything. They see all these cells. They see people fucking dried up and just bones and everything. And they find out that everything, all the sand and shit, all that sand is actually just dried up dead people and shit. It's like, oh, it's fucked up and everything. Luffy's like, man, I'm breaking loose. I'm getting the fuck out of here and everything. So they end up actually getting caught in a fucking trap and everything by these fucking Blagori squad and everything, and their fucking like head leader and shit. And the fucking Sphinx wakes up and fucking gets him out of it and everything by breaking the goddamn net that they got enclosed in. And after that, they start going to work. Yo, Luffy start getting nasty, yo, start shitting on everybody and everything. So they waste everything pretty much and start breaking loose. Luffy starts to go ahead and head towards level 4. Meanwhile, Buggy and Mr. 3, they're kind of still on level 3 and everything. Like, goddamn, like shit, it's fucking hot as a bitch. And they start hearing this singing and shit. I'm like, you know what? I know who fucking singing that shit. I know who's singing. And they show little clips of him fucking pirouetting all and shit. I was like, man, you pirouetting bitch, stop fucking spinning. And then they go to him and they let his ass out and everything. He's like, oh, thank you and all this shit. And he finds out Straw Hat's there and Luffy's there. And then I had a little bit more respect for this dude before. Bon Clay, I had a little more respect for Bon Clay before because he helped out the Straw Hats after Alabastra and everything. So I was like, okay. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna go help out my friend. So I was like, what? I was like, okay, Bon Clay, yo. I was like, it was as if he rushed into his chest, spread it open, and was like, I'm gonna show you my fucking heart, son. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? He started going after Luffy and everything. And then flames was set to the fucking fire, yo. Let's go. And meanwhile, while all this shit's happening, alright? Remember I told y'all before the fucking like battle fleet and shit, all these warships were surrounding Impel Down and shit. They find out there's a lot of commotion and everything, what's going down on the inside. So all the Marines and everything, they're like, okay, we need to go ahead and storm in there and help them out and everything. And then the head jailer, okay, she comes outside and she's bad as a bitch, alright? Can't really see her eyes, nothing like that and everything, but she's like fucking like she's a dominatrix basically and shit. She comes out there with this big ass fucking koala behind her, okay? And it turns out this koala is one of the goddamn fucking hell beast guards and shit, just holding it down and shit, right? But she comes out there and she's like, she stops him in the tracks. She fucking whips this dude. And then like this dude's like, like springs from the whip. And she's like, oh my god. Like she gets off on this dude yelling from getting whipped. I was like, god damn, yo. I was like, I know one of y'all motherfuckers want to goddamn dominatrix up in your bitch. Like she got something going on with her though. She bad as a bitch, but she got something going on with her. But she was just like, look, y'all stay out here, y'all reinforce this, we got this inside and everything. Her name was like Sadie or Sadie, something like that. I don't know, like just forgive my pronunciation, but it was like Sadie, some shit. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, she goes back in there with the goddamn koala, and they look at her like, goddamn koala? They cut to Boa and the warden actually going down and seeing Ace. And then all the goddamn fucking inmates are going crazy over Boa, you know what I'm saying? Going crazy over her and everything. And they start dissing the warden and shit. And then this dude gets pissed, yo. But you can tell Bo is looking for an opportunity to tell Ace something. But they get him pissed, and he starts fucking just like going off on the inmates. And while he's doing that, while everybody's distracted, she goes up to the cage and fucking pretty much relays a message to Ace, telling him that Luffy is here and everything, and that he's coming here to try to get you out and all that stuff, trying to prevent, you know, the events to come. So the warden gets done shitting on these cats, right? And then she's like, I'm done. You know, let's get out of here. And so they end up going back up the elevator and leaving and everything. And then after that pretty much happened, like Ace is like, Ace is like, nah, he's like Luffy, like he's kind of talking to himself in a sense, saying, Luffy, like, don't come here, like, get away and everything. And Jinbei's like, what did she tell you? And then Ace is like, you know, she said that my brother's here and everything, and he's trying to save me out of Impel Down and everything. And then Jinbei's like, I don't know, I think she was probably lying. Then Ace is like, why the fuck would she come all the way down here and tell me a lie like that? You know what I'm saying? And then Ace is like, I'm pretty sure this is happening because my brother is known to do some pretty fucking stupid shit. You know? And as we all know, Luffy on that dumbass shit all the time, doing all bold shit. But anyways, that's what makes Luffy Luffy, yo. That's what makes him a beast. But anyways, we cut back to Luffy and everything. He runs in to this motherfucking monster, yo. He runs into this Minotaur that comes out of nowhere, yo. But this Minotaur is a beast. Fast as shit. This Minotaur fucking comes at Luffy. Luffy dodges it. He catches up because right when he sees a Minotaur, goddamn Bon Clay, fucking Mr. Two meets up with him. He's like, oh, Bon Clay, yeah, that's what's up. Man, this Minotaur takes Bon Clay, fucking body slams this dude into the goddamn pavement like it's nothing. Then he fucking smacks Luffy up, comes at him, and he's about to hit him. Bon Clay goes, yeah, hits him with them deadly Kempo kicks and shit and everything. I was like, okay, Bon Clay. I was like, Bon Clay, you getting mad respect right now, yo. Then the Minotaur get on Bon Clay, boom. He got that mallet up, about to hit this dude with this devastating one-hitter quitter. And Bon Clay's like, oh shit, am I about to die? This man Luffy, yo, he go into that gear too, son. He initiate that fucking epic ass jet bazooka right to this nigga's fucking chest, yo. And then this Minotaur goes fucking flying into the goddamn pillar and shit. You can't even see this dude no more. Bon Clay's like, oh shit. And then him and Luffy like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Ah! And they all friends and everything. I was like, man, okay. Bond, you getting mad respect right now, yo. You getting mad respect. At first, I ain't like you like talking about. Then you help out the Straw Hats at Alabasta and shit. I was like, okay, you get a little bit of cool points. Now you getting mad cool points, yo. So these cats, they make it pretty much to the entrance of level 4, right? And then looking down there to see all this heat and flames and heat waves coming up, and like, god damn. It was like, look, if we fall down there, we're gonna fall straight into a pit of like boiling hot liquid magma, scorching shit, yo, like just like burning the shit out of you. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Buggy and Mr. 3 are just like hauling ass towards Luffy and fucking Bon Clay and shit. And they're being chased by the goddamn Minotaur. They're like, shit, it's like this goddamn Minotaur just came out of nowhere flying at us. And then Luffy was like, oh, that was me that did that. They're like, what the fuck, you know? So they start getting all Luffy and everything. Everybody's running and shit. And then Muggy hit him with that Muggy. Buggy hit him with that goddamn Muggy ball and shit. That miniature shit was like, right at his foot. Fucking put him out. He thought he put him out for the count, but he didn't do that. Everybody joined forces, yo. Then he went down. Just is what it is. Just is what it is. And then he was out for the count. They actually beat one of the goddamn beasts in hell and everything. Put him down. 1, 2, boom. Done. So at this point, pretty much the whole from their fighting and all this shit and was happening, the whole fucking ground was all fucked up and everything. So they end up actually falling into goddamn level 4, and they end up jumping off of the platform that they were gonna fall into the goddamn boiling hot shit onto the goddamn actual like level, I would say, or a different platform on level 4. And this is where shit really starts to fucking go in. So by this time, Boa is actually back up past the first level and everything at the entrance, and she leaves and she gets back onto the ship and everything, and she pretty much kind of left Luffy in there, everything to handle his business, kind of wishing that she could have helped more and everything. It is this, that, and the third. So they go back and cut back to the to level 4, and everything in level 4 is hot as shit. The fucking ground is burning. Like if you walk on the ground, you getting burnt. Like that shit is hot as shit. Like what the fuck? Like who the fuck does that shit, yo? But here we go. Here we go. This dude, Magellan, yo, the goddamn warden, yo, he gets serious. He's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm done with it. You ain't going no further, yo. He comes up on Luffy in that bitch. Meanwhile, goddamn fucking Buggy and goddamn Mr. 3 done ran away already like little bitches. Goddamn Luffy and your boy Bon Clay holding it down, trying to stick together and everything. But Magellan gets there, yo, and he's just overwhelming, yo. This dude ate that poison fruit, yo. He's got these poison hydras. He can like travel through them and shit. I was like, oh shit, this dude's a monster, yo. Like he breathes poison and everything. Everybody clears the goddamn room when this dude gets there, and he starts putting in work on Luffy, yo. And Luffy's like, shit, you know, Luffy tries to punch him, but Bon Clay stops him like, no, you don't understand. If you touch this dude, you're done. You're done. That's it. No more. You're done. And then Bon Clay's trying to come up with all these ideas like, damn, can I help him? What can I do? Man, this man Bon Clay break loose. He's like, man, I'm sorry, Luffy, but I gotta break loose. And the thing is, at that certain time, I was like, damn, yo, you ain't gonna hold down with your boy, yo. You're supposed to be your knockdown, yo. You're supposed to be your friend, yeah. But then it was actually a blessing, though, what was gonna happen. But anyways, Luffy stays there. He still tries to fight him and everything. But then Luffy comes to terms with this situation. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna save Ace. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna get in prison. I'm gonna save my brother Ace, son. Our blood runs deep. Shit! So he's like, you know what? It doesn't matter if I give up my hands. I'm gonna touch you, son. I'm gonna make you feel this gum. So he hits him with that devastating jet bazooka straight to the fucking chest, yo. And then fucking Magellan got the water. Magellan just like, oh shit. He feels that shit. Goddamn, Luffy's shit is all covered with poison and everything. And Magellan comes to his knees like, I was like, damn, yo. Even Magellan himself was like, I can't believe you just brought me to my knees. Holy shit, yo. This is what it is, yo. Now Luffy's just sitting there in pain, like, it hurts, yo, it hurts, yo. But Luffy's still doing his thing. So they start fighting a little bit more. And they got them Magellan's like, look, he start blowing that hot, stank ass breath. Start filling the air with nothing but poison and shit. Getting all up in goddamn Luffy's nostrils and shit in his airwaves. Luffy can't take it no more, yo. He's just like, shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. He's all fucked up and everything. Boom! Face plant to the goddamn floor, yo. But Luffy a fighter, yo. He a monster. He try to fight his way out of it. He starts smashing his head to the goddamn floor. Get up, Luffy! Get up! You know what I'm saying? He gets back up and he ain't gum-gumming right no more, yo. He ain't gum-gumming right no more. He like hitting walls and shit because his vision's all blurry and all fucked up. He ain't gum-gumming right no more. It's like, oh shit. He's kicking the goddamn boiling fucking liquid hot magma scorching water and he's all burning himself and shit. I'm like, god damn, Luffy. Like, no. And then this man Magellan put his ass to rest, yo. He gets his ass covered with poison. Like, and Magellan's looking over and he's just like, you're gonna die. There's no antidote for as much poison you got on your ass. Take it. And if you look at that shit, it's all on his teeth like toothpaste and shit. It's all in his mouth, on his tongue and shit. It's like, god damn, yo, you is fucked up. So the guards go, then Magellan just leaves his ass there. Gets the guards to take him to level 5, the frozen hell, right? Meanwhile, fucking Buggy and Mr. 3 are trying to fucking escape back up to the floors and shit. So they see the assistant warden holding down the staircase to going back up to level 3, right? So they get down there and the warden's like, the assistant warden is sitting there like, I want to be the warden pretty soon. So I'll go ahead and let y'all guys through, you know, and I'll just blame it on the warden. And then Buggy and Mr. 3 think he's bluffing and shit, so they start fucking him up and everything. They're like, god damn, he warned him, he put him to rest. Next thing you know, Buggy and fucking Mr. 3 and 3 fucking just hammed up and shit, all fucked up. I'm like, god damn, yo. And then your boy Bon Clay just come out of the woodwork, yo. He jump on the scene. He goes ahead. He lays everybody out. He manipulates goddamn the assistant ward and everything, and goes ahead and locks him up somewhere and everything. And then he takes on the assistant warden's fucking look and everything, looking just like him. And then him, Buggy, and 3 go ahead and infiltrate the frozen hell and everything, right? So this is where we find out a little bit more about Impel Down that meets the Eye. Let's go. So these 3 go ahead and get to the frozen hell. When they get there, they're greeted by these fucking savage ass wolves, yo, holding it down. Then motherfucking goddamn Bon Clay goes ahead and holds it down. You know what he's saying? He's like, what? You can't fuck with my Campo, son. I'm a pirouette all over your bitch asses, yo. He tries to hold it down. Fucking Buggy and 3 go running off like goddamn little ass bitches. Just run the fuck away and shit, right? I was like, god damn, yo. And then next thing you know, these wolves start tracking them down, give them all types of hell. Then it turns out that actually Bon Clay survived the situation, and then he meets up with Luffy, and Luffy's all fucked up in the jail. It's like, they all fucked up with poison all up in his shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody surviving that shit. But the reason why Bon Clay didn't worry about going anywhere to get an antidote is because he's actually looking for somebody that's in the prison on level 5, and his name goes by Yvonne. And he's supposed to be like this drag queen motherfucker and everything. But anyways, he's looking for him, so he goes ahead, he saves Luffy out of there. He's asking around like, hey, Yvonne's supposed to be here on this floor, and everybody's like, I don't know. And then he meets up with this one guy and says, hey, there's been this guy, like I've seen this guy coming out of the woods over there, you might want to check over there. And then so he goes ahead, looks over there, and then he gets all ambushed by the wolves again and shit. And then, you know what I'm saying, Bon Clay trying to get nice hold down for Luffy, yo, once again. But it's too overwhelming for him. He getting bit up and everything, all fucked up. Luffy, with his last little amount of fucking might and shit, gets up and fucking bites a goddamn wolf, and he's like, don't fuck with Bon Clay, son. And then he exposes that goddamn willpower once again, just making everybody, all the goddamn wolves flatline, yo, just done. And then, right then, boom, they both fall unconscious. And then here comes this motherfucking mystery person just coming up on him with a glass of goddamn wine and shit. He sees him and then takes him to the hideout, yo. Let's go. Now, it turns out that this hideout, or should I say, paradise, is on level 5.5. Yeah, it's between level 5 and level 6. What happened is that they got the motherfuckers to like dig a hole in between level 5 and level 6, and that's where this fucking paradise or hideout is. And they got a whole bunch of these goddamn entrenchments and holes to go ahead and reach different places in the goddamn prison so that they can actually like resupply on food and all this other different things in there. So Bon Clay wakes up in there, he's all bandaged up and fucked up and everything, and he walks into pretty much this goddamn auditorium and mess hall in the hideout, and then he witnesses goddamn drag queens galore, yo. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But at the same time, it wasn't too far-fetched to me, because I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers is in prison. Shit, they gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. So there's a whole bunch of fucking drag queens and shit, and he finds out that Yvonne and everything, he's the one that's he's like the leader and everything, he's holding it down and stuff. And he's like, you gotta save my friend Luffy, you gotta save Luffy and everything. And it turns out that this Yvonne dude, he like ate this like hormone fruit and shit, where he can pretty much inject hormones in the motherfucker. He fucking put his hands inside this dude, turned this dude into this chick right on the spot, just completely like rearranging his whole fucking body structure and shit. I was like, god damn, yo, this motherfucker can make some badass bitches out of nowhere. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yo, and then Bon Clay's like, you gotta help him out, you gotta help him out. And then he's like, okay, you know what, come with me. And then come to find out, Luffy, like, he probably wouldn't have even helped Luffy out, but Luffy went ahead and begged them to help Bon Clay because he was his friend and everything. He was like, oh shit, you know. So he went ahead and started helping Luffy from the poison shit. Went ahead and pretty much he's curing them by doing like this reconstructive process in this room. He's got them all strapped up and everything. In rebuilding his body like over again, pretty much. That's pretty much what's happening. It's like breaking down and regenerating and shit, like, and it's like painful as fuck. And Luffy's been going through it for 10 hours straight already. And Bon Clay's like, what? 10 hours straight? You know what? I'ma stay here, yo. I'ma create a miracle. If it's gonna take a miracle for him to fucking get out of this, I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna live through that miracle with him. So Bon K's rooting him on, yo. He's like, yeah, you could do it. Hang in there, son. Hang in there, yo. He does that shit till his voice goes hoarse. And yo, what? And then he starts coughing up blood and shit. He's all fucked up. Everybody sees the passion, the willpower they got, and everything, the bond they got. So they all start helping in and everything. And then the next thing you know, boom. Next thing you know, boom, that man Luffy come out, yo, and he does it in record-breaking times, people. That's that Rubber Man for you. That's that Straw Hat, yo. He comes out of there like, yo, and then he starts rubbing for 30 minutes straight, just tearing shit up. 30 minutes straight, son. I was like, God damn, Luffy. And then he's like, I'm back, yo, I'm back. And Bon Clay at that time, boom, he pretty much falls unconscious because he's done, you know. So he was rooting for Luffy the whole time. Luffy finds out what Bon Clay did for him. He's like, I owe you, son. I owe you, my dog, yo. You my dog. And right then, I was just like, you know what? Honestly, Bon Clay, Mr. 2, what the fuck you want to call yourself? Honestly, dog, you can pirouette all you want. I don't care no more. You got like a ballerina. I don't give a fuck. You the shit. Like, you got so much respect for me right then, yo. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. You the shit, dog. You the shit. Pirouette your ass all you want. Do it for 24 hours straight. I wouldn't give a fuck. So Luffy's like, look, I need to save Ace. I need to save Ace. And then fucking Yvonne turns out to be Luffy's father's like friend and everything, one of his comrades and shit. So he's like, oh shit. He was like, you know, I can't just sit idly by and let one of my friend's son, you know what I'm saying, like, meet his demise and everything, so I'm gonna help him and everything. And then that's when they go ahead and start their full frontal attack onto the next level on level 6. By the time they get there, man, Ace is already gone. They're taking him up the elevator and everything. They try to stop him on the way there. And they eventually, you know what I'm saying, stop, prevent that from happening. But now they're having trouble getting up to the entrance again, because Ace is now being taken to Marineford, yo. So while they're down there, yo, the man resurfaces for sure this time, and he's like, why don't you let me out? I can help you get out. And he's got his own ambitions, he's got his own plan and everything. But that man, Killer Croc, yo! That Killer Croc beat! Yeah, he comes out and he's like, look, let me out. And Luffy at first, he's like, nah. Like, nah, if y'all knew what this dude was capable, no, he ain't getting out. And then they're like, they convince him, like, you know what, with his strength, we could get out of here. You should let him out, you know what I'm saying, he could definitely help us out and everything. And then your boy Jinbei that was in the fucking the cell with Ace, he's like, let me out too. I wanna save Ace as well. You know I wanna save him and everything, but Luffy feels his compassion for that. He knows that Jinbei wanna help out, so he's like, okay, let's let him out, and then fuck it. Let that fucking Killer Croc out, yo. Let Killer Croc out. And then when I seen the combo, when I seen a past warlord, a warlord, and the rookie, yo, I was like, who gonna fuck with this team? Yo, how you gonna fuck with that, yo? Yo, they get up the fucking floors and shit. Crocodile fucking takes him out with this crescent shit. Wipes him out with one hit. Luffy hits him up with the goddamn rain, yo. And then Jinbei hits him with this fucking punch. He didn't even hit him with the punch. He hit him with a shockwave. How you hit somebody with a shockwave? 15 seconds after the punch is thrown, and then you get thrown the fuck back. The dude was a monster. I was like, wow, really? Really? You that much of a beast, dog? Damn! Beast! Let's go, yo, get hype! But I gotta say this first before we move on. Because after they let Crocodile out, right? He's like in his jumpsuit and everything. And before they actually get into that fight, the next time you see that man Crocodile, yo, the next time you see him, he's got a cigar in his mouth. And he's getting his fucking shoes buffed. That man's a monster, yo! Like, how do you have that much pull to do that? What the fuck? He's a beast. Sure, you meets up with Blackbeard at the entrance and just lets this dude through, and then he starts betraying fucking Impel down, yo. He starts slaying all the officers and everything, getting rid of their communication, all that shit, like just slaying everybody. And I'm like, damn, yo, sure you salty as shit right now, yo, for real, damn. And while all this is happening, Magellan is actually making his way to level 4, where the triple threat is, yo. Croc, Luffy, you know what I'm saying, Jinbei holding it down. So he's headed there and everything, but here comes goddamn, oh, actually before that happens, the triple threat just completely deal with them goddamn demon beasts, those damn hell beasts and shit, right? So after they go ahead and do that, Hannibal, fucking the vice warden Hannibal, he comes out of nowhere, yo. He comes there, he's like, you know what, I ain't letting y'all pass. Goddamn Luffy hits him with that ferocious jet gatling to the fucking face, yo. I was like, damn. I was like, you know what, he ain't getting up after that. But this boy Hannibal, yo, he had that will to survive. He had that will to be like, you know what, you ain't going nowhere. But he kept getting up, he kept getting his ass whooped. Hannibal had that dual blade and shit, and I was like, okay. But he got his ass whooped, yo. Luffy kept putting his ass down, but he was resilient and shit, right? Goddamn Yvonne took on fucking Sadie and everything, fucking beating her ass and shit, beat her ass into submission and everything. But then here comes your boy Double B. He just walking in there like this, like it ain't shit. Just walking down the steps. And he's like, dang, what did I run into? What did I run into? You know what I'm saying? And then he just straight steps on Hannibal like it ain't shit. He steps on this dude's face like it's nothing. He was like, boo, you're done. And then he's like, then Luffy looks at him, he's like, that's the dude that I met in Jaya right there. And then somebody behind him was like, that's Blackbeard. I think it was Jinbei. He was like, that's Blackbeard. And then boom, right then, Luffy clocks, shit starts going. He starts putting the pieces together and everything. He's like, okay, hold on. Blackbeard was the person that Ace was trying to follow to get down. Blackbeard is responsible for fucking bringing Ace in. Blackbeard. Then he find out that Blackbeard was actually after Straw Hat, after fucking Luffy and everything in the first place, but his brother actually kind of bailed him out in a way because his brother came to fight him and try to stop him, so he didn't need to go after Luffy no more. So Blackbeard was like, yeah, it's because of you and everything. Yo, Luffy was so fucking hated, yo. Oh my god, yo. This dude had so much anger within himself, yo. This motherfucker instantly transmitted on this dude and hit him with the most ferocious jet fucking pistol of all time, yo. Goddamn. Blackbeard was like, what the fuck? Yo, he just straight demolished this dude. It was hilarious. He fell back, boom, hit the wall, was like, oh shit, didn't even know what the fuck hit him, yo. And then Luffy was about to hit him again. Blackbeard got up on him, hit him with that vortex shit, sucked him in and everything. and found out blue, hit him, man. So fucking slammed him onto the goddamn cement and shit. And Luffy was like, what the fuck, blood? Blackbeard was like, yeah, this is my power on my shit, you know, it sucks in the devil fruit and everything, yada yada. It was like, oh shit. You know, makes you unable to fucking use and all. I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. So Luffy was still amped. He was like, you know what, fuck that shit. I'ma handle Blackbeard. I'ma handle Double B. It's what I do. But Jinbei was like, no, you gotta stop. Your priority's Ace. So after that, he was like, you know what, I'm calmed down. You know, he was still heated. That man Luffy was still heated. But he was like, you know what, alright, it was whatever. But Magellan was on their ass, yo. He was still coming. So everybody started breaking loose past him and everything. Yvonne got done with fucking Sadie and everything. Then they start moving up to level 3. As they're going up to the fucking level 3, up the stairs, they run into that goddamn hell beast, the goddamn Minotaur and shit again, yo. Luffy's just like, what? What? He's still heated as shit. He just walking up to him like, move, get out of my way. This motherfucking Minotaur hits him with the club on top of the head. Luffy eats that shit, yo. And then he jet pistols the fuck out of this dude. He flies straight into the wall. How you hit somebody so hard that they end up imprinted in the wall, embedded in the wall, sucking their own dick? How the fuck you do that shit? I'm gonna put up a picture of that so y'all can see that shit. I was like, what the fuck, yo? Oh, that shit crazy right there, yo. I was like, holy shit. But anyways, now, as they're doing that, Blackbeard's just walking through and everything, and he gets steamrolled. He gets steamrolled by motherfucking Magellan, like just get a whole bunch of poison. I think there's more to that, because to me, his darkness shit should be able just to consume the poison like it's nothing and then it's done with. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he just steamrolled him. He was like, I ain't got time to waste with you. But how you got while you're here and all this shit. Fucking Hydra just all over his ass, yo. But they're fucking running. Yvonne, fucking Crocodile, all this shit. They're running up to the next level. But fucking Magellan's just at the stairs, yo. He's like, Straw Hat, I won't let you leave. Then he fucking Venom Rose the fuck out of that shit. Goes up the stairs and everything. Everybody by this time is pretty much up on level 2. Yvonne and your boy Inazuma stand back behind. And then they see fucking Magellan coming. And he's like, Yvonne's like, you know what? Handle business. Go ahead and do what you do. Man, this dude, Inazuma, yo, he goes, hey, he cuts up the stairs, yo, like it's nothing, trying to prevent him from getting up there. And tell me why when all the fucking stairs was coming down, all the cement and all that shit, and the dust cloud was coming up looking like in the fucking explosion, tell me why this drag queen motherfucker looked badass in that moment, yo. I'm gonna see if I can put up a picture for y'all ass so y'all can see that shit. I was like, how is this possible? This dude looking badass right now. Anyways, Turmoil after they go ahead and fight, they get steamrolled. He gets steamrolled. It's like, damn, man. Fucking Yvonne went down. Fucking Magellan gets up there, and then he fucking steamrolls goddamn Inazuma. It's like, shit, man. And this whole time, fucking the Straw Hats are going, you know, not Straw Hats, fucking Luffy and everybody is still running towards the entrance. So they're on level 2, and fucking Magellan catch up to him, yo. And Luffy's like, you know what, I'm gonna stay back with everything. I'm gonna stay back with Mr. 3. We're gonna hold it down with his wax joint. We're gonna put on this wax armor and handle Magellan. And Jinbei's like, okay, be careful. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can steal a ship. Because Magellan gave the order for all the warships to go away, to push away from Impel down so that they couldn't steal one. So Jinbei goes up there with Crocodile and Buggy, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, the safest place is to be with the warlords and shit and everything. So he's up there with Jinbei and Crocodile and actually Mr. 1 from fucking Baroque Works and everything. And they go ahead and they steal a warship and shit. And then Jinbei is the water, yo, this yo. But anyways, let's get back inside Impel down on level 2 and everything. And Luffy's putting in work, you know what I'm saying? With that wax armor, yo, and when he puts it on and shit, he look like fucking Voltron or some shit like that, how he put it on, goddamn Sailor Moon shit or whatever. But anyways, he goes, hey, he puts in work and everything, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's right, Luffy, do what you do. But that man Magellan go ahead and put out that forbidden shit, yo, that venom shit, yo, just straight beast, that demon venom shit, yo. Whatever this dude touches just completely gets wasted. just is what it is. Just like boom, done. Just completely just demolished. So they start hauling ass, yo, and he used like a skyscraper. He's fucking huge. So Luffy, everybody's running like, run! You know what I'm saying? They start running up to level 1 and everything, and then they cut to Yvonne fucking getting up with fucking Inazuma and shit, and then he fucking like does a hell wicked, shoots his ass up straight through the fucking floors and shit, straight to the entrance where all the other prisoners are waiting and everything. They're waiting for the warship to come back that they went to go steal. So here comes Luffy and Mr. 3 jetting around the corner, up on the main entrance and everything. Impel down. They got Magellan coming right behind him. Yvonne's fucking knocked out and everything. They got the warship already. And then Luffy hits him up on the snail shit, and he's like, yo, Jinbei's like, yo, get him to jump in the ocean, I'll handle the rest. Just get him to jump. And Luffy's like, alright, yo, we gotta jump out. We gotta jump out. And Magellan is right up on him, yo. So motherfucking Mr. 3 hit it with that big ass wax wall, yo. And that Luffy hit that Gear 3, son. It hits him with that gigantor shit, yo. That gigantic foot to the fucking face, yo. He just straight suppressed that wax into his sternum, yo. He was like, dude, hit the wall. Shit was just exploding, yo. Fucking dust clouds, everything. But that won't it. Magellan was still getting back up. So everybody was like, holy shit. Luffy was like, grab on to Yvonne's head, because at this point his fucking head was huge from all the hormone shit that he was doing. So everybody starts grabbing onto his head and shit, and Luffy's like, wink, wink, wake up, wink. And the Magellan's like, try to reach for him and shit, yo. And then Yvonne's like, help! And then they go shooting off and shit into the ocean and everything, man. Fucking, they get away from Impel down. They land on some fucking goddamn sea, like some whale sharks and everything to help him out. That Jinbei actually called there to help him out because Jinbei's a fisherman and shit. And they end up escaping. They get from the whale sharks to the goddamn warship that they stole, and now they're on their way to Marineford and everything, man. But oh, wait a second, I actually forgot something real quick. Is that the Gate of Justice was actually fucking closed. And this shit right here was so impactful to me, man. I was like, oh my god, yo. For real, for real. But anyways, we can get to that. The Gate of Justice is closed. They got all these warships closing in on them and everything. And then they're like, oh shit, how are we gonna get it open? How are we gonna get it open? All of a sudden, the gates start opening. And I noticed something. I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen Bon Clay in a minute. I haven't seen this dude. It turns out that Bon Clay stayed behind, Joe. Bon Clay stayed behind, disguised himself as Magellan, and told them to open up the gates. And then as they opened them, he told them to close them real quick so they couldn't pursue him, yo. And then Luffy got on the intercom with Bon Clay and was like, oh my god, you're doing this for a second time for me, dog. How could you be doing this? Why? Like, this is the second time you've done this for me. Holy shit. Like, Luffy is indebted to this dude more than he is indebted to anybody else. Like, holy shit. Bon Clay, I know, personally, me, I have gave you already the pass, alright? I gave you the pass of 100% you a beast. But now, son, you got a lifetime guarantee after that shit. That shit was amazing. It doesn't matter what you do in the future. I don't care. It doesn't matter what you do in the future. Even if you're gonna be there in the future, dog, it don't even matter. It don't matter. You can screw him in the ass. You can fuck over Luffy. I'll be like, you know what, dog, you already got a lifetime guarantee. You a beast. Like, that shit, I was like, wow, man. Like, this dude, like, started off as an enemy, and now this dude is like down for Luffy. This dude is down for this dude, and it's amazing. Like, I was like, wow, man, that shit without a doubt was fucking dope. I was like, damn. Anyways, they ended up getting away. They started heading towards Marineford and everything. But guys, I do have to say that I do want to know what happens to Bon Clay. Definitely. because he was left there pretty much alone and everything, and Magellan was right in his fucking face, you know. So I want to see what happens with that. This arc was dope. It was like a roller coaster ride, like seriously, like it was like ooh, like it was crazy, but the end was like this monstrous fucking speed dip, and it was just dope. Oh god, I really enjoyed it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Next week I might be coming out with Marineford impressions. We're gonna see. If not next week, it's definitely gonna be the week afterwards. I'm thinking about taking a break off of watching so much One Piece right now, but we'll see. But we'll see. But I do want to say, guys, remember to check out the Otaku Volume 1 and the Otaku Volume 2. I just recently released the Otaku Volume 2 anime rap CD, so y'all can go to the link and see the annotation and check that out. Definitely, guys. I want to thank all you guys for watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe so I can keep bringing this. And I'm going to be soon be doing Hunter x Hunter and something else as well, probably Magi or Toriko. We'll see what's going on, guys. As long as you guys enjoy it, I'm gonna keep doing it. And thanks for watching, like always, guys. You know, I do this because y'all enjoy it, and because I enjoy it, because this shit went in. You know what I'm saying? This shit hype. But anyways, we're out of here, guys. This is One Piece.